Hi kids, Kathleen Mashana, hosting another episode of the Blind Techie Geek Speaks Kids Edition podcast. It's story time, listeners. Today's book I will read to you, Shy Charles by Rosemary Wells. Enjoy. Charles was happy as he could be. He liked to play alone. He wouldn't talk to his friend Wanda Sue. He never went near the phone. "It's a new day," said Charles' mother. "Let's go into the store and say hello. We'll buy a sweet potato pie and we'll say goodbye before we go." "Wonderful morning," said Mrs. Bolensky. "A chocolate surprise for my beautiful boy." "Say thank you," whispered Charles' mother. "Thank you," yelled Mrs. Bolensky. "Enjoy." His mother told him to say goodbye. Charles hid inside a flour sack. "I'm so embarrassed," said Charles' mother. "You never say goodbye or thank you. Lucky for you that I am so nice. Another mother would spank you." "This can't go on anymore," said Charles' dad. "I'm sick and tired of this. It's time he played football or joined the ballet." Next Tuesday, Charles was in tights. "Isn't he sweet?" cried Madame Leffler. Charles wouldn't say maybe or maybe yes. For a week, he pretended to be asleep. Charles did not succeed. So Charles's father took him to town and bought him some beautiful football things. The shirt was scarlet with shoulder pads. The helmet had silver wings. "Charles," said father, "you'll be the best. Like lightning, you'll strike across the grass. Like butter, you'll melt the defensive line, and you'll throw the winning pass." Charles trembled like an autumn leaf. "Hi," said the coach. "My name is Fred. He doesn't look well," he said. "Take him home and put him to bed." "Charles," said Dad, "you're a jelly roll. You're just like the cowardly lion from the Wizard of Oz. You're a sandwich without the bread. How will you ever go to school or find a job or get married if you're so shy?" Charles sat down and cried so hard. Then Charles's father muttered low, "The babysitter knows him well too. You know the name, Mrs. Block." The sun went down. The sitter came. His parents left at 6 o'clock. Charles walked up the stairs. "Come back here," cried Mrs. Block. Charles played happily in his room. He made a spaceship out of his chairs. Suddenly, there was a terrible crash downstairs. Mrs. Block had fallen. Charles went downstairs. He brought Mrs. Block a blanket. Then he called the emergency services. "You saved my life," said Mrs. Block. Everyone shouted, "Charles, thank you. You're a hero." And Charles said, "0. The end." Listeners, I hope you enjoyed today's story. Ask a grown-up to click the subscribe button so that way you won't miss any new episodes. Listen to Blind Techie Geek Speaks Kids Edition wherever you get your podcasts. Bye for now.